Hey! Ow. It's me, Sophie Casey. Alone. No one here. I think this is our first video of us separate, so... Today though, I'm going to be doing my everyday or like just kind of a makeup look for like spring, summer. I don't wear makeup every day or even on the weekends. I don't necessarily wear this, but like this is kind of like a steady look that I would normally do. I haven't a clue what I'm doing with makeup, so please do not judge. And also, I don't have necessarily the best makeup, but I mean it works for me, so don't be mean, okay? But like compared to Sophie, my makeup's literally like a 7-year-old makeup, so whatever. I'll have all the products I've used linked in the description, so if you want to buy my shitty makeup, I made it easy for you. So let's get on to the video. Alrighty, so the first thing I'm going to be doing is moisturizing my face. I use this stuff, it's called like Aquarius cream, I don't know. It's like prescribed, so I don't know how well you'll be able to get it. Just so moisturizing and like it won't break away, like there's no chemicals whatsoever. I found this lying around the house and then I talked to my doctor who gives me the stuff for my acne cream and my pill, and he said yeah, that's a really good thing to use. So the first thing I always do is my eyebrows. And for my eyebrows, I use the Inglot Brow Gel in the shade 15. Yeah, 15. The brow gels from Inglot are so good. So it's just don't let them dry out. So I just take a normal angled brush and I start with the top of my brow and I draw a line along the top. And just kind of, it's hard to like tutorial eyebrows because it's like, everyone's eyebrows are different, but just find like your natural arch is what I'd say. Then drag it down and across. And then just fill in any gaps along the bottom. Just make sure you filled everywhere in. And then at the front, just very lightly fill that part in. So I did this brow. I know it looks funky as fuck, but I have a spot, so it's really hard to do eyebrows if anyone ever knows. When you have a spot, like right in that part, it just looks awful. Anyway, then I take the 17 Brows That kit, but I just take the brown powder part, not a lot because like you don't want to over darken your brows, but I just set the brow product in place with a bit of shadow, just make it less like greasy. Right, so now I'm going to move on to eyeshadows, and I just basically use the Naked Urban Decay palette because it's just kind of the colours I use. Now don't get me wrong, I love eyeshadow, but I'm just not an eyeshadow person because I can't do it for my life. Do not judge me here, please. So the first thing I do is I put like matte face powder on, and I use the Inglot HD powder. So I'm going to take the Inglot XXXXX brush. Sorry, I'm not looking at the camera. Oh, I'm so annoying. I'm going to take the shade Naked and I'm putting it like... This is hard. I'm going to buff it all over the eye. But start on like your outer half. So that's where it's the darkest. Okay. And I find this just looks really nice and natural and has a nice kind of warmth to it. I like warm shades on my eyes. Now to just darken but still keep it warm, I'm taking the Inglot Sculpt Shadow, this one here, and I'm going to put this on the outer kind of section of my eye and blend it into the previous eyeshadow shade color thing. Oh no. I go back in with the XXXXX and I buff the edges of all that eyeshadow in together. Now for my 100th step, I'm going to take this flat kind of brush and I'm going to swipe the colour Sin and Sidecar mixed together. Swipe it along the kind of middle portion of my eye. Part of the lid. For the inner corner, I'm actually just gonna take the Naked 3 to use the matte shade Strange, or you could use like a sculpting powder. It's just I feel like I don't want like too much. Oh no, that looks really nice. I don't want too much shimmer on the eye, and it works fine. So now I'm going to put a tiny bit of eyeliner along the lash line just to kind of, I don't know, do something. Really, just don't try to be perfect. Now I'm going to take my weird ass eyelash curler and I'm going to weird assly curl my eyelashes. And I use a bird just literally try. Do you ever get that when a bird just like tries to find a new window and you hear this like massive thud and then you look out and there's like a fucking bird? Yeah. That just happened. Okay, the mascara I use is the Maybelline Great Lash Waterproof Mascara. I wouldn't actually recommend using waterproof mascaras that often because they're such a pain to take off. My god. What the fuck ever? What the fuck ever? Itchy nose. So that is my eyeshadow and everything eyes done. So let's do my face. So I don't like to use primer with my skin. It's just I'm on like medication and that stuff, so I just don't like to put stuff on, but I do use Urban Decay setting spray. So the foundation kind of combo that I come up with, the Catrice Camouflage Cream, and I take that on like a little flat brush like so, and I put some under my eyes, a bit on my nose, a bit up here, my mustache area, and then my chin. Then I take my 4SS from Inglot, the Bourjois City Radiance foundation, looks like that. As always, linked down below. I start blending. Anyway, and then I just blend everything in together. So I blend the foundation with the concealer. I haven't a friggin' clue if that's the right thing to do at all, or if it's some makeup no-no, but it works for me, so... Right, so I've done my foundation. I'm just going to set it with the same powder I I put on before my eyeshadow. You really should just use powder sparingly. I know, as a fellow teenager, that is such a hard thing to do because you're so oily, but it's better. I'm going to tantour, kind of, because I don't like to contour, but it's just like warming up my face. But yeah, I'm just gonna mock contour, put a mixture of these two Inglot shades. Just warm up the face and don't forget the forehead. So now you're thinking like, what the fuck are you doing now? You're like just on your nose and your chin, but it's like, yeah, I am. So kind of give it some more color, and then I go over it with just like a neutral brush, and it actually turns out pretty. Oh, now I'm taking a blusher, and it's just like this, And I put a little bit on the apples of my cheekbones. Everything's about making yourself not a pasty ghost. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to highlight. So to highlight, I'm taking the Real Techniques flat foundation brush and an Ingot 154 highlighter, but it's completely like broken and cracked. So I'm just going to start applying it just above kind of where I did my contour and under the eye, bringing it up to the temples and down to the where I put the blush. Of course, gotta get the nose highlight and Cupid's bow highlight. Cute! So last but certainly not least, I'm going to put on some lips because we got foundation crusty lips right now, which I don't like. So I do not line my lips or anything like that. Like, I'm just not bothered or anything, so I just use this lipstick. I've been loving it. Spring summery time. It's MAC Please Me, and it's just like a pink. I love it. I love it. Then I mix that much in and I see like, okay, do I want a bit more? And I do want a little bit more. So I'm just gonna dab some in. Rub it all in. And my last step is more setting spray, obviously. 1, 2, 3. It's cute. It's cute. It's cute. Alrighty, this is the finished makeup look. You'll have seen some cute clips of me trying to be all Tumblr, and you'll actually have seen the makeup. If you enjoyed, thumbs it up. Sophie's video, I think, will be coming soon, or else she'd already edited up. I don't know. Subscribe to find out. If you please subscribe, it will mean so freaking much to us. Like this video if you want to see more kind of, not necessarily separate, but just kind of like makeup-y or like maybe separate videos coming. And before you go, I'm just going to remind you guys, don't look back. You're not going that way. That was all vague. Peace out, Girl Scout. I'm done.